everyone. Welcome back to my channel, Opinions on Stories. In today's video, I want to talk about Nicki Minaj going off on SZA in several posts on X. Let's get into it. Nicki Minaj recently went on a posting spree claiming that Punch, the president of Top Dog Entertainment, bullied her after she turned down a few of his business proposals. Shortly after, SZA made a post on X that said, "Mercury retrograde, don't take the bait, LOL silly goose." Nicki clearly took that post as shade directed at her, especially since she had just posted a series of harsh messages aimed at Punch, who also happens to be SZA's manager. In response, she fired off several scathing posts towards SZA. SZA clapped back, saying, "I don't give a F about none of that weird stuff you popping." Then, responding to one of Nicki's fans on X, SZA denied her post had anything to do with Nicki at all. She said, "I wasn't even talking about or to anyone. I had just got off stage talking about retrograde. N-words added to me. The F? Yes, I'm mad now. Do you need that?" And in what seems to be her final word on the situation, SZA added, "Let me go back to being calm, shy, and meek. Y'all have a blessed night."
Do these people not know my stats? These bots done got to your mother fat head. You're not an icon.
Move over, Kendrick and Drake. There's new beef in the hip-hop world. Nicki Minaj versus SZA.
You are a yodeling fool who needs auto-tune.
Yeah, that's Nicki going in on the Grammy winner in a live stream on Tuesday. The public feud first starting on X.
Take your yodeling ass on somewhere else. Terrifying.
So what's the issue? According to Nicki, it dates back years. Let's take a look at the timeline and buckle up because it's a journey. The bad blood seems to be stemming from a convo Nicki had with SZA's former manager Terrence Punch Henderson back in 2020. The Breakfast Club got his side of the story Wednesday morning.
Here's what he said to me. Nicki Minaj had reached out for a SZA feature on a song. He responded and told Nicki Minaj that SZA was in album mode heavy and that he would get it over to her, and that was it. They never spoke again.
Then on Tuesday, he promoted this new song from his artist, I Am Lyric, called Broken Barbies. So yeah, that seems to be what set Nicki off. The rapper claiming she has proof of being, quote, lied on by a man publicly after I rejected his business proposition on more than one occasion. She also claims he engaged in a smear campaign in retaliation. Now, Nicki hasn't shared any of these alleged receipts. But here's what she did do. She put SZA on blast. The R&B star apparently guilty by association because she's still part of Punch's label, TDE.
You were just one of the kids that couldn't get in the crowd, at the in crowd, huh?
After SZA posted Don't Take the Bait, Nicki went off. She ripped SZA's voice, saying the singer sounds like a dead dog.
You are a yodeling fool who needs auto-tune. Take your yodeling ass on somewhere else.
She also slammed SZA's look.
You went and started drawing freckles on your mother face. How the did you match the dots every time you put back on the freckles is what we the people want to know. And you know I don't surgery shame or body shame. You know I don't even do that. But I don't know if you fat, obese, chubby, or skinny.
Nicki spent hours retweeting shade from the Barbs and nicknamed SZA Mizza, adding the M for miserable.
Listen, Mizza, find you somebody to play with, Mizza. Les Miserables.
Nicki continued in a series of posts, I'm an icon, you're not. The end, sit this out.
Y'all don't even know who's a superstar and icon anymore, huh, Mizza? Mizza, you're not an icon.
After she flexed her record sales and retweets, she said, quote, let me go back to being calm and meek. Some fans...
To be honest, I didn't really want to make this video. I'm just tired of Nicki being caught up in some kind of drama every single time I turn around. I feel like she's better than this constant feuding with everybody back to back. I didn't even want to face it, but there were some things I needed to say, so I went ahead and made the video anyway. First off, let me say this. I believe Nicki is completely in the wrong here. Period. I don't care what anyone says. Nicki is a drama queen and a bully. And a lot of you out there don't want to admit that because you're fans of hers. I like her music too, but that doesn't mean I'm going to sit here and ignore what I see. At some point, people have to get honest about Nicki and admit that the problem isn't everyone else. It's her. Imagine having a neighbor or coworker who's constantly beefing with someone. Every single week, they're into it with somebody new. You wouldn't blame everybody else. You'd say that person was toxic and stay away from them. So why is it that when it's Nicki, y'all defend her and make excuses every single time? And honestly, I know some of y'all are getting tired of it. You just don't want to admit it. But the longer you wait, the worse her antics are going to get. Eventually, she's gonna cross a line so wild, even you won't be able to bring yourself to defend it anymore. Now, even though SZA denied her post was about Nicki, let's just say, hypothetically, it was. Nicki still didn't have to go off the way she did. Why did one vague little post set her off like that? She doesn't have to respond to everything. That's exactly how I felt when she reacted the way she did to Megan Thee Stallion's Hiss. A lot of y'all always tell Cardi B she shouldn't respond to every little thing, and I actually agree. But why can't you say the same to Nicki? At least Cardi only claps back when someone directly mentions her. Nicki responds to stuff that doesn't even mention her at all. I've seen plenty of you say that SZA inserted herself into the situation with Punch, but Nicki inserts herself into what others are doing and saying all the time. Why don't y'all tell her to stop? Her fans stay trying to twist every female rapper's song or post into a shot at Nicki, even when it's not. So Nicki and her fan base should be the last ones talking about people inserting themselves. And it's funny how Nicki's claiming she's been bullied since 2012, when she's literally proven to be a bully herself over and over again. This whole thing just makes her look like a massive hypocrite. She even brought up old posts from SZA, allegedly dissing Beyonce, Rihanna, and others. But I think she only did that to justify everything she said. After SZA clapped back at her, I don't care what SZA said years ago. Nicki is still wrong for what she did. You don't get to be cruel to someone unprovoked just because they once said something shady years back. Some folks online are calling SZA a liar for referencing Mercury retrograde, since we're not technically in it yet, but we all know people talk about upcoming events before they happen. So it's possible she really was just making a general post. You can't say for sure. Also, Nicki seriously needs to stop accusing every artist of botting their streams. Why is that always her go-to whenever someone outsells or outstreams her? She's not the only artist allowed to succeed. That's giving full-on narcissist behavior. I don't understand how some of y'all don't see it. Being the only female rapper at the top for so long clearly inflated her ego. Now that other women are out here shining and even surpassing her in some ways, she can't take it. Now she's even coming for singers. I wouldn't be surprised if that's what this whole situation is really about. Nobody was even talking about sales or streams, and somehow she brought it up anyway. Wonder why? I honestly believe she's mad and jealous that SZA is outshining her on the charts. And I've said in many videos before, I don't care about sales or streaming numbers. So anytime I see people obsessing over them, it just looks childish to me. If you like the music, you like the music. That should be enough. For a long time now, I've wondered, like a lot of y'all, why Nicki always seems to be fighting with someone. And now I think I get it. Not only is it about all the things I've mentioned, but I also think it's the price she has to pay for being on top for over a decade. Nothing comes free in the music industry. All these rants, feuds, and over-the-top antics are just part of the price she has to pay for the fame and success she's built. If she wants to hold on to her spot in the music industry, this is what it looks like she'll have to keep doing from here on out. I mentioned earlier in the video that I wasn't too eager to make this one, and another big reason why is because it's just another reminder of how so many artists we once loved are going out sad these days. No matter how talented they are, it's getting harder and harder to root for them. But anyway, that's it for this video. Let me know what you think about this story or my opinion in the comments. I'll leave a link to the full story in the description. If you enjoyed this video, please leave me a like and subscribe to my channel. Also, hit that bell so you can be notified of all my uploads, and make sure to check out some of my older videos on this channel as well. Thank you for watching.